Hey everybody, it's Rob Williams from the Generation X-Wing podcast and the Outer Rim Rookie. Thanks for tuning in to the final episode of my Ree Yees collection look back. If you haven't done so yet, take a look back at the other episodes about what my collection looks like, because today I'm going to talk about what's next, what's left, what else is there that has Ree Yees on it, and there's not a lot left. A couple things that I still would like to collect are carded figures. I mentioned the Black Series Ree Yees, that's the 3 3/4. That's one thing I would like to get. There is another item out there. When you're doing the dive into the rabbit hole on eBay or on Amazon or Craigslist, you start to notice a couple things that are out there. One thing that did intrigue me was this Mexican ripoff of Star Wars action figures. It is like really gaudy and ugly, but I kind of like it. They made a Ree Yees character. Now it looks like it's made of just molded plastic, and to the point where the sides aren't even been shaved off, and it looks like they just squashed a head on there. And typically the head's not even the same color. They have it in green with a dark green head, red with a pink head. There's some that are clear and see-through. There's some that are just black. It's so weird and I love it. I really want to get my hands on this knockoff Ree Yees action figure from Mexico. Because when you hear about knockoff action figures like in Turkey or the knockoff superpowers, I think when there's one with the Riddler on it, you know it doesn't fit. You know it's not official, but it's kind of cool. And so I think I would really like to get that. There's not much else with Ree Yees on it at this point. So why not other Grans? I do have, one thing I haven't showed you yet is Mahonic. Mahonic is, if you don't know, the pod racer from episode 1. And yes, I like episode 1. And yes, I love the pod racer. And it's not just because of this dude. But Mahonic here came out in an action figure. He's got a gun for some reason. He is much smaller than a 3 3/4. Oh, is this even 3? But it is cool. Again, another gift from my buddy Anil Sharma, Generation X-Wing podcast. It was carded, but he forced me to open it. Forced me. It was a loose force. I was willing and able to. But it's funny because about 5 seconds into it, I lost one of the little antennas that was on his head, and it's gone forever. It took me 5 seconds to lose that sucker. It is quite fragile, but it does have all these lovely points of articulation. And it got me thinking, what about other Grans? What other Grans are there out there? I think back in the movies, and there's this one senator that does have an action figure, Ask Ak. A senator action figure. I think it'd be a cool idea. Why not start to get that as well? But when it comes to the Grand world, there's not much left out there. Star Tours, I don't think he's used anymore. I don't collect photos or anything, or autographs. I guess I could put that. But most of my collection is based on actual figures, memorabilia, stuff that's a little more 3D rather than photos. But there's lots of stuff out there, just not a lot of stuff with Ree Yees on there. I think that's what I really like about collecting Ree Yees, is because I really feel that I could have the entire collection. And as a completionist, that's pretty cool. There is one thing though. There is one major thing that I have hummed and hawed about. I know it's accessible. I know I can get it. I can get it right now. Is an actual latex mask and gloves made by 7 heads and 10 horns. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. I've seen the Collector's Hut do a video about this mask, and I'll put a link down to that video. It's really, really nice, and it's $600 American. That is a hard one to swallow. I've never spent that much on any memorabilia ever. But life-size Ree Yees mask, and yes, I have thought. I've even hinted to it on past Outer Rim Rookie episodes about building a Ree Yees costume. I even started saving up for it at one point. Someone has actually made one for the garrison, and I even saw it for sale and nearly bought it off of him. He was just a little bit smaller, and you always have to be careful about buying costumes or armor off other people because body size, everybody's a little bit different. This one here is a lot of fabric, and it might be possible, but height, you can't really fudge that. This costume, which looks wonderful, created by some guy in the States, was eventually sold to, I think, a guy in Europe. And every time it goes up for sale, my friends in the garrison, Outer Rim Garrison, always give me a message like, hey, it's up for sale again, it's up for sale again. And it is tempting, but after trooping a few times in very warm weather, or even just in a room, it's hard to breathe. It's super hard to breathe. You can put ventilation, but I have some friends who dress up like Biffs, from Figure and Dan, and they can only do it for about 10-15 minutes if there's no ventilation, and then that's it. And I don't know if I want a costume that I can just be in for like 15 minutes. But then again, it's Ree Yees. I don't have a lot of room in this place. There's no place I could put a big giant mask and gloves right now. Is I got a small, simple little basement suite with me and my son. And $600? Food for my son, Ree Yees mask. I know, the mask. But it is something that I've been thinking about. And it is tempting. Maybe once I win the lottery, I'll do that. But in the meantime, maybe you know of some other Ree Yees items or Grans items that are available that I haven't talked about or shown you in these last few episodes. Let me know. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know on Facebook. Email me at generationxwingpodcast@gmail.com. Let me know. I want to know more about what's out there. I've already talked to Tim from the Nerd Room, and he even gave me some ideas for t-shirt ideas. Ree Yeezy. I love it. Hashtag Ree Yeezy. Maybe I should make it a thing. Me and 5 other people. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this look back at my weird little Ree Yees collection. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that great stuff. Thanks for joining us. And hopefully we'll have some more troops coming up here. With COVID, that's kind of shut things down. But I'm itching to get out there. I know tomorrow, as of this recording, I'm going to help out Marco and the gang with Buckethead Season 1. I'm going to be a background trooper just standing there looking all troopy. So thanks again for watching. Remember, armor and collecting Ree Yees memorabilia is built on hope. Bye.